Public Image Limited, a band that you absolutely can't define by any one genre, which is what I think people love the most about them, is that they're indescribable that way, and that you hear influence of things, but then just when you think you know where they're going, they take a left turn, and they've made a career out of doing that. Fronted by John Lydon, who is definitely a legendary front person. And they're playing tonight at Mill City Nights, and the first 200 people through the door get a signed poster from the band. Just want to mention that. They stopped by earlier, and I had a chance to talk to John Lydon, and before we could even really get anything official going, I'm wearing a neck brace, which is really pretty and very, very sexy. And I was just sort of talking about how it was not unlike a dog that has a cone. So we'll just play a little bit of what we talked about, and then we'll get to some of the songs that they recorded in our studios, which were amazing. Yeah, so you know when dogs have operations and they put those cones over their head?
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel.
Cone head.
Yeah, a little bit like that.
It's terrible, all that. I know
good.
that.
Have you ever been in a car accident?
I get things like that on the tour bus sometimes when the pillows are bad.
Yeah.
I once had a paper cut that was worse than a severed limb.
I hear you. Seriously, I know. And you don't want to... It's embarrassing. It's like, this hurts more than a gunshot.
It's like the more annoying.
I know.
It's so hard to recover from, what's not major.
I'd rather be shot in the head than have a paper cut.
But I've had my time in hospitals. So it's like, enough of that. Yeah. I run like the plague from doctors.
Are you accident prone?
No, not at all. It's just childhood illnesses.
Yeah.
And just repeat offender in the hospitals.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a good thing at all. It's just...
But it's given me this unique voice.
This is true.
I'm only 56 years young. What else have I got to do? I've been around a long time, created so many influences, so many people have stolen and copied off me, and that's all right, because somehow that improved the wonderful world of music, but where's the payoff for the respect? I'm Mr. Rotten, man. I've created so many different musical genres and textures and ways of looking at music and understanding riff, anti-riff, non-riff, and all of these things, and they're all very now like important structures and creations in music. In fact, one of the most earliest things I remember in Pill, we needed the money. We did factory programming for Cassiotone. Mm-hmm. Little did we know how that would come back to haunt us years later. You could basically say, like, Johnny Rotten created the bossa nova. Pretty much. On a laptop.
Pretty much. Who do you feel most annoyed at having ripped you off?
No, I don't use the term rip off, because in popular music, everybody's out after each other. It's like there's so few people who are actually clued in to their own psyche and their own originality. You expect them to like jump on your bandwagon.
Yeah.
It's par for the course.
So it's never felt
There's no vendetta or viciousness in what I say. And in fact, I'm saying it with a sense of humour. Because I'm never going to run out of ideas. So in that respect, a lot of people have careers banking on me.
That's a really interesting statement to say, because have you never had writer's block? Have you never had a time when you thought, I don't have anything interesting?
How could I? I believe in telling my life story kind of accurately. And so, human beings fascinate me. I'm one of them myself, and anything any of us get up to as a species is a thrilling song subject.
I hear you.
The exploration of emotions and feelings and the dramas therein, and being able to in song kind of clear up your own bad policies. You could do that. I recommend everybody has a bit of writing in them, and
I agree.
Whether you just write notes, a diary, or whatever, but analyze what it is you're thinking inside yourself, and you will become a better person.
I agree. I think there is a writer within everyone. Everyone has a good story, and
a painter too.
But they have to have a little introspection to be able to pull from that.
Well, you have to be able to admit when you're wrong. Right. It's a very, very vital part of growing up.
What do you think is for you personally one of the most inspiring things that has nothing to do with music?
Well, I think everything has a musical tone, a note, a pattern. I can find so many reasons. I could just be stuck in the jungle doing nature programs, which I've done.
I know you did.
And I watched the insect life and the beauty and the colour of it and the vividness and the mass animalistic creation of it all and the energy and the driving force, and that thrills me to pieces. Now, I come from council estates where we grew up and everything was grey and high-rise and dull and stifling, and we lived in little boxes, and we weren't supposed to have a vision of our future. We were more or less cannon fodder for the government. And I've managed to escape that in haphazard kind of lucky ways, yes, but I have the eye for it. And I think a lot of that is to do with some of the childhood illnesses I had to go through.
Right.
I lost my memory there for when I was 7, and it took me something like 4 years to just remember my parents from meningitis.
I was going to say.
And so when I watch this meningitis thing that's floating around at the moment, I'm paying great interest to that because I know I was on that doorstep and could have died just as easy as any one of them victims. But unfortunately for them, they're victims because of the results of a chemical company.
Has that memory
isn't properly monitored?
Has that memory ever come back to you now?
Oh, yeah,
now?
no, totally. It comes back. But that's the shame, that you feel shame when you haven't recognised who your real mother and father are until it dawns on you, and then guilt creeps in. And on top of that, being born and raised Catholic,
oh, Lord.
That's a guilt trip on a guilt trip on a... But it makes for a good cleansing of the soul and a good heart-wrenching analysis of yourself, and you end up being able to write songs very naturally.
So why get Public Image Limited back together to do a record, to go back in the studio, do another tour? What was the inspiration for that?
Well, the record companies that I was attached to some 20 years back got me in such a position of debt that I could not properly function. I was handed over to what is known as the accounts department, which no one answers the phone at. And so the two things I think I do well in my life is write songs and perform live. And I physically and mentally wasn't allowed to do that until there was some kind of recoupment. There's another lovely word they throw at you. And it took me nearly 2 decades to recover from that.
Right.
But I didn't go spiteful. I didn't go self-pitying. I didn't turn myself into an alcoholic junkie, which many of my peers do. And God love them, and I help as many people out as I can. But you really don't need the self-pity route. If any lesson in life I have to offer anyone is do not suffer self-pity.
It's unimaginative.
I don't know, though. The Irish do a good job on it from time to time.
So you're
it's uncreative, and it isn't the answer.
Right.
It's like the same way. I'm prone to depressions too because that was brain damage there when I was young. But I've learnt to enjoy depressions, almost to almost wallow in them. Like a hippo in mud.
Really?
Yes.
So you feel
both ends burning.
You feel one coming on, and you
yes,
just go,
yeah, you don't fight it.
Don't fight it.
You learn to go with that flow, right? And the answer will be at the end of the tunnel.
God, you see the end of the tunnel, though?
Yes, of course.
Well, that's an amazing feat because so many people, they're not seeing the end.
Well, you have to. You can't eat chocolate bars forever.
True.
Although on tour, I've definitely hit the Hershey Highway, haven't I? That's one of the tragedies I tell you about touring is, you get very physically fit and alert and all of that, and your brain's finely tuned and your voice hones in and you love what you're doing. But late at night when you're on your own and there's that refrigerator with a little bottle of whiskey and a bar of chocky. Oh,
I know.
Look at me. I'm having twins.
Congratulations.
But, as I say, I'm only 56 years young. Can't I have just one sauciness in my life?
Well, yeah.
No, other than that, I think I'm a good bunny. Mean no harm to no one.
You've been living in L.A. for years, and what is it that you like about living in Los Angeles?
Lack of police harassment, oddly enough.
Really?
I know all the inhabitants complain about that, but for me, and I still get that, that's less than when I was growing up in London. a lot less, right? A lot less, because I was a difficult child and a difficult youth and an even more difficult adult, because the song subjects I pick and the topics that I'm prepared to dive well and truly into. I'm John, I run from no one. I mean no harm to no man, woman or child. But it just so happens to be that every government and institution is my automatic enemy. Mm-hmm. You know, because for me, rules are for fools. They're all very interesting, but unless you understand humanity as a sense of culture, point, purpose, relationships, friends, family, the rest of it is unnecessary. We have to learn to police ourselves.
A lot of people think that Los Angeles is sort of a cultural void.
How can you say that? I live there.
Well, you're there.
What a nonsense statement.
You're certainly making it colorful, but that's, I think, a lot of what I hear when people talk about Los Angeles. They just feel as though it may be lacking.
Well, it's like a Hockney painting, isn't it? You know, and I wouldn't say that was culturally void. Mm-hmm. I thought David Hockney had something to offer with the banality of his art.
Have you been?
For me, anyone who makes any effort to make a record or painting or anything creative. My favourite is always going to be folk art, by the way.
Okay.
And folk music, because indirectly I call myself a folk singer, because I think that is what I do. But anyone who creates anything at all gets my high five, right? And you might not understand the art and the architecture or the point and purpose of specific locales dotted around the world, but they are creative. They're just different. Understand those differences, and then by comparison, you can truly love to enjoy the world, because after all, we are just people. Mm-hmm. And I've travelled around the world now an awful long time, and I find that people have the same basic requirements. It's a search for love, really.
I think it's also a search
to be understood.
Understood, exactly. I agree. With Pale in this lineup that you have now, there's this very interesting Turkish element.
Don't be silly.
What is with that? So those instruments, what are those? What is he playing? What are those things?
This is Pill. We listen to everything. All of us was brought up with an incredibly diverse musical background and tastes, and as Public Image Limited, we find the use of a regular guitar to be an incredibly boring, underachieving thing. It's like I don't vocally sing in a set, normal, traditional rock and roll pattern. Mm-hmm. We're interested in truly representing the emotions and feelings that we're trying to express in the song, and it's that texture between the notes and the voice and that where you actually learn to achieve something, and the listener finds that intriguing too. A lot of the instruments Lou plays are those are handmade. They look and seem traditional, but they're altered for his specific needs and requirements.
Right.
And I think, and know it's so, you know, and it took a long time to get Pill back together again. Lou was an absolute must to work with again. He's one of my best friends. Bruce Smith, same thing. Right, but they're both very different in their approaches to music, as indeed I am. And then we deal with Scott, the bass player, very different again. Scott's range is everything from Stevie Winwood to the Spice Girls. Mm-hmm. You have to have everything available and open to you. Mm-hmm. Love and appreciate anything out there where human beings make an effort and learn from that.
And that's what Pill does.
It does.
And the show is tonight. It's at Mill City Nights, and the CD.
By God, you can dance to it.
You can dance to it. You can do whatever you want to it. This is Pill is the new CD. And one final question: have you been
available on our own label?
That's
and believe
important.
me, that wasn't an easy thing to put together.
I'll bet it wasn't.
Pill official. But we had to break free of all of the problems. We had to eliminate that from our lives and become completely, truly independent. It's a difficult road we're following, and it's an even harder one, really, to get an audience out there to want to really support or back something so extreme. But it really isn't extreme what we're doing.
It's Pill, it's tonight, it's Mill City Nights. Thank you so much for coming in, and safe travels, and Go for that chocolate and that whiskey.
You are recommending fatness. Why not?
It's 89.3 The Current.
If Tyra Banks can do it, I can too. Peace. May the road rise and your enemies always be behind you.
That was John Lydon a little earlier this afternoon. Just an amazing person and an amazing conversationalist. I could have talked to him all afternoon. I don't even think I asked a single question. He just launched, and it was just a pleasure to meet him and to talk to him. They're playing tonight again. First 200 people through the door get a signed pill poster, Mill City Nights, and they came in and they did some recording for us, which was pretty amazing. And here's one of the tunes. This is called Reggie Song. It's Pill live in the studio.
Oh. Welcome to Pill. P-I-L. You see Reginald, he is a reasonable man, and being comfortable with a bit of a better plan. You don't see evil, just even Adam, and only innocence. Back in the garden, we shine like a beacon in the garden of Eden. Shine. There are no bad seasons, no reason for leaving. Shine. Oh, let me shine like a beacon in the garden of Eden. Shine. See, I've been seeing no reason for leaving. Shine. He is from London. Many of us come from London. But no matter where you come from, still be a better person. See, I believe in dreaming in the garden of Eden. Shine. I got no reason for leaving the garden. Shine. Come let me shine like a beacon in the garden of Eden. Shine. I've been seeing no reason for leaving. Shine. From the color weird. And all of the seven sisters that I knew. Fimply Park. Night I'm having a look. When you wait for the penny to drop. Whoa, you're out of sync with the world. Do not know a lot. Shine like a ladies' man, like an innocent man. In the garden, we shine like a beacon in the garden of Eden. Shine. Oh, no season, no reason for leaving. Shine. Shine like a beacon in the garden of Eden. Shine. I've been seeing of Eden.
You're listening to Public Image Limited live in our studios, taped a little bit earlier this afternoon. This one is Warrior.
Never surrender. This is my land, warrior. I'm a warrior. Well, you can hear the dogs of earth, and you can watch the trees sway. And you can keep this candle burning right in the window, night and day. See, Jackson stood because he could, because he should, looking good to the ones. He understood that through the woods, the secret woods, understood through the woods. Well, here we are, near and far, as you are. Well, here we are, here we are, here we are, here we are. And to the woods, as we should, through the wood, the secret should, secret good, understood through the wood. And as we march, forests part, the world's life darts in our hearts, the secret woods in the good, 'cause we should, through the wood, secrets should. See, Jackson could, he understood that there they are, here we are, there they are, come so far, secrets are, ready are, ready are, ready are. Well, bayonets are, bullets are, and soldiers are, horses are. Jackson would because he should, 'cause he could, from the wood, from the woods. See, Jackson would, he understood that there they are, here we are, come so far, secrets are, ready are, bayonets are, bullets are, soldiers are, horses are. General would, 'cause he should, 'cause he could, from the wood, got their guard, from a charge, from the woods, steady heart, from the woods, from the wood, from the wood. Here we are, here we are, as we charge from our hearts, from our march. We are good. We are good. In the woods, in the woods, in the woods. Here we are. Ready are. See, Jackson stood because he could, because he should, looking good. And here we are, near and far as you are, here we are. And to the woods, and through the wood, the secret woods, the secret should, the secret could, understood through the woods. And as we march, forests part, wild life darts from our hearts. The secret woods, the secret could, go through the wood, through the woods. Jackson could. He understood that there they are, here we are, there they are, here we are. And bayonets are, bullets are, soldiers are, horses are, General Wood, cause he should, cause he could, from the wood, got their guard, from the charge, from the woods, from the woods, from the woods. On the grid, down to the heart, will to hell, and then be still. Jackson could, he understood. So as we stood at the edge of the wood, of the wood, of the wood, of the wood. Here we are. Rebel, yeah. We're on the ones. I come from the woods as I should, because I could, and we are good, we are good, we are good, we are good.
Public Image Limited in our studios earlier today. Again, the show tonight, Mill City Nights. Check it out. They sounded amazing today. My thanks to the band and John Lydon for being such a sweetheart and talking to me and making one of my dreams come true. That is it.